Ladies and gentlemen, it is hot as shit where I'm at today, and my air conditioner is broken, so this video is brought to you by my swimsuit and yoga pants. Yoga pants, they're there. Don't even worry about it. In recent news, a woman found out that a man has been making her raise a baby that's not even hers for 11 years. Oh wait, actually, what the fuck? What kind of Matrix ass place am I in? What kind of fucking cloud am I on? I'm so sorry. That would never happen. In other news, a man has just found out that he has been raising another man's child for 11 years.
You been lying to me.
What have I been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
Let me make sure I'm caught. Let me triple check. Let me see if there's anything that I can try to use to squiggle my nasty ass out of this one.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie.
Here's what I don't understand. When nurses in hospitals switch babies and it's found out, she goes to jail. So why mothers who switched and swapped baby daddies, why they don't go to jail is beyond me.
You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. How could you do that to me?
You can see how much hurt is in his eyes. Oh, damn.
What can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I
Classic Stonewaller.
went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. You think I'm stupid or something?
Oh my God. It's one thing to be a hoe, and then just keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody, not even the father. You're still a pretty big piece of shit. But to go around bragging?
How could you do this to me?
You know what?
What?
You had no business going through my phone and getting
You care
DNA
more
test
about
on
me
my
going
son.
through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
How is she still trying to play fucking dumb? My God. And that you're an absolute narcissistic fucking sociopath. I would put my money on sociopath. Narcissistic? Definitely. Sociopathic? You kind of fucking have to be.
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? That absolutely matters. You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
11 years she used this man for a house, for money, for security for her child, because she is a deadbeat mother and was not able to provide that herself, which is a decision she should have thought about before she decided to, before convincing a goddamn man that it's his child after 11 years. Who does that?
It's not my problem. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all out. Yes.
Who's gonna put
I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out. I will pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years.
And you lied
for 11 years straight. You lied to me.
The thing is that a lot of people, including herself, seems to think that this is just like a victimless crime. Who cares? Do you love him? Yeah, but that's not the goddamn motherfucking point. It hurts just like telling an adopted child who spent 16 years thinking that they were being raised by their own flesh and blood. It's like telling them, hey, we're not your parents, and then just expecting them to be okay with it because you love them. Like, that's not gonna cause some type of mental, psychological fuckery?
Having me believe that he's my son. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you. I can't.
Well, we're here now. No, bitch, you gotta go.
I can't look at. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No, before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes. You lied to me. You lied to me.
I'm gonna get the police, she said. Discovering that you are not the biological father of the child that you have been raising can be absolutely devastating. It can feel devastating and it can have devastating effects. Yet, 1 in 25 fathers may not actually be the biological father to their child. The true numbers around paternity fraud are widely disputed and hard to pin down. It's very difficult to study directly for ethical and personal reasons, as mothers who suspect their child may not be the biological origin to the father will likely never participate in such surveys, because then she will have to admit herself that she's a giant piece of shit and she won't be able to stroke him for everything he's got. And not in a good way. One analysis of 67 studies that reported non-paternity suggests that for fathers with high paternity confidence, rates of non-paternity were almost 2%. Whilst for fathers whose paternity confidence is unknown, non-paternity rates were 16%. The median of non-paternity was around 3.3%. Now, these may seem like low numbers, but even a 1% rate of misattributed paternity still equates to millions of fathers globally. And one thing that cannot be disputed is how goddamn devastating it would be. And it is for those fathers. But it doesn't stop there. It gets worse for fathers because there are plenty of cases where fathers have found out that they are the non-biological parent but are still required to financially provide. It's these sneaky little laws that allows shit like this to happen. In some cases of paternity fraud, the fathers can still be legally forced to continue financial support, not just for a child that isn't his, but in some cases, men have been raped as children and are compelled in the US court to financially support their rapist. As a woman, I don't ever have to think twice about whether or not my children are mine, because guess what? They came out of my hoo-ha. All by themselves. However, knowledge about paternity can be empowering. It can reassure an uncertain father or a vindictive mother. It can help a child understand who they are and where they come from. Pretty important for development. One thing that has always blown my mind is that as a woman, the right over my own autonomy is very fundamental. My right for birth control, contraception, abortion, safe haven law, adoption, whatever it may be. I've got options. However, men do not, which allows and perpetuates these types of issues to continue to happen. Birth control is a central part of women's reproductive rights, and whilst over the last 60 years, numerous contraceptive options have been developed for women, there has been very little advancements in the areas of contraception for men. Effective contraception is absolutely vital to my rights over my body, because it means that I get to control when I have a baby, when I start a family. And guess what? We are sexual beings, and the answer is not just fucking abstinence. Because believe it or not, consenting to sex does not mean that you're consenting to parenthood. Which brings me to this quote. If women's partial responsibility for pregnancy does not obligate them to support a fetus, then a man's partial responsibility does not obligate them to support a resulting child. If us as women have all of these options and men have none, but yet horrible circumstances can come from a woman being completely responsible for both of their decisions to become parents. There are reasons why reproductive rights are so important, not just for women, but for men as well. In a society otherwise highly based on choice, our current obsession with tracking men down and punishing them for fathering a child with high support judgments. It feels much like the punishment women were treated when they bore an illegitimate child. These two quotes are direct quotes from women who support the very thing that I advocate for, which is paper abortion. If women have a certain time frame to make the decision, whether it be abortion, safe haven law, adoption, if she has all of this time and availability to decide whether or not she wants to go through with parenthood in the case of an unexpected pregnancy, then why don't men have those options? And if they don't have those options, then the least we can do is give them the same period of time at the beginning of the pregnancy to decide whether or not he wants to stick around. Maybe, just maybe, we will see less women only having babies to keep men around or to use men as a financial free ride in life. Because here's the reality. Times have changed. We are now acknowledging that a woman and a mother's place is not just in the kitchen, but we refuse to acknowledge that it is not a man's job to provide for a woman who is fully capable of doing so herself. It is not his job to provide for a child he does not want if he explicitly says in the beginning that he doesn't want it. If men had access to birth control or paper abortion, or even at the bare minimum, giving them an automatic right to a paternity test at birth, we would see less of these situations. And this poor man might have been spared, because I don't know about you, but there was a lot of hurt in his eyes and in his voice. And at the end, when he says, "You gotta go before I do something I regret," I felt that. I mean, shit, it's not even my child, and I want to sue. Women like that are absolute fucking Neanderthals. There is something wrong with you. You lack empathy. You lack basic human emotions to be able to not only do that to a man, not tell him, but then brag about it behind his back. And then when he brings it up to you, try to gaslight him. That was the equivalent of when a girl catches her man cheating, and she's like, "I saw the receipt. You cheated with Shelby, and you guys drank 2 Cokes." And he'll sit there and be like, "I did not drink a Coke. It was a Sprite." "Why do you think I would drink Coke? Wow, you think I'm a Coke drinker now?" Women like this deserve absolutely no freaking dick. And I think I'm going to start a petition and see just how many people we can get to sign it, to see if we can compel our governments to, at the very least, give mandatory paternity tests to fathers after their children are born. And if women don't like that, boo-hoo. Sorry. Thank you.
Don't gotta be so